hello. East Boo Saga. I'm Boo Lawson. Let's do the thing. Good evening or morning or whatever it is, wherever you are. It's like 10:15 at night here, and I am tired, but One Piece has come out, so we must do the thing. We must do the thing. And I'm going to be honest, there was a slight spoiler for me, and that's one face of Joy Boy. And when you see Joy Boy's face, you go and you get your hat. That's what I'm doing. One last thing. I had an album that came out today. I go by Boo Lawson online. Oh shit, that's backwards. Boo Lawson, Flora and Fauna is the album. Yeah, check it out. It's on Bandcamp and Spotify and Apple Music and all that crap. Let's read some One Piece. Color spread is awesome and beautiful and riveting, and Oda knows what he's doing, but even if there's an important meaning in here, it's time to get to the chapter. Hello? Hello? Answer me! Recalling a certain day. We're in flashback mode. Buzz, hello? Huh? What the? Huh? Who are you? Buzz, this is Emu. Who is this? Oh, me? Okay. That's very weird. Okay. I'm Joy Boy. Okay. How did he meet in some sort of a void in the darkness? Or we're not being seen. But it looks like they met over a receiver. They first communicated through some sort of transmission. That's odd. That's interesting. Okay. Yes, Joy Boy is already dead. Okay. So why dost thou insist on stirring these memories? Fuck. Alright, Emu is so annoyed at having to relive the trauma that is knowing Joy Boy. Whatever Joy Boy and the intense nature of their relationship, however, or connection, however that works. And I don't mean relationship in a homoerotic way, but I wouldn't care nonetheless. They seem more like brothers or friends. I'm more interested in why he's so intense with this. Like, so why dost thou insist on stirring these memories? All right. We see what looks like another stigma-looking style attack. Okay, he produces. It's not a ring this time, actually, so it's not stigma. It's just the flames, and they wrap around his arm as they go up his body. Luffy screams, "Heck if I know!" Okay, he hasn't got. He hasn't got, like, he has no time for this connection to Joy Boy or any of this. He's got. He doesn't. He's in the middle of a fight right now. Okay. So he dodges the attack by throwing his head straight down. And the flames are like, huh? He dodged? Like, aim down. Like, down. Okay, so they're homing on him. But it's more than homing. It's less than a homing attack. It's more a calculated attack of an actual thinking thing. right? Like a homing missile would just follow something automatically. These things have to notice that things moved. It's actually slightly less effective than something that's homing. It's like, it's an interesting kind of. You can see that you could manipulate these flames into doing the wrong thing by tricking them pretty quickly. They're not the smartest in the world, which speaks to something greater. Okay, down. So do those flames become a fist? Yeah, fuck, bro, bro. You just. And look at the way Luffy's head looks as it hits. It looks like a little sun. Man, what's the sound effect like? Dong. He hits him down. You see Luffy shaking the like off, and then does he bounce back up? Yeah, he's not having it. He is pissed off. Look at that, bro. Look at the charred face from the punch from the flame fist straight the whatever we call this, omen powers, stigma powers attack. Man, what's the poof? What's the little poof? He swings his fist, but Emu. Okay, this time we see the speed. We see the serious speed of Emu as he dodges it, and he's out of there. Okay, but that's a sick panel anyway, right? Even though Luffy missed, look at his face, man. He is pissed off. Okay. This is like some instant transmission style speed. Like, so he stabs the sword. He turns the staff, and Luffy's no longer there. Emu notices something. Hears a tap tap. Bam. What did he do there? What did he just do? That was sick. He moved so quick. He disappeared, and then he attacked from behind. Emu blocks it by spinning the staff extremely fast. Damn it! I was sure that was I thought that was a sure hit. Yeah. Okay, more flame powers. Can he do it with just one-handed? I can't remember. I think he did before, didn't he? Before he can control both hands independently with the flames. He doesn't need to bring them together, does he? When he had the flames running up his arm, did he? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He can do it. Alright, I've gone too far. Okay. He shoots more again. Okay, so now he's using it as a gun again. Luffy's doing some Sonic the Hedgehog shit, running as fast as he can. Fucking shooting more and more of these flames. These funny guys, these little goons. They're after me. They're bombs, right? Gamo. Oh, he punches all of them. And they all seem to be completely surprised. Jet Gatling! Yeah. Okay. Emu's he's noticing something. Gamo. Oh, bro. Luffy. Oh, you're cooking. Oh, you are fucking cooking some shit up right now. Luffy's turned into a fucking genie. Like a djinn. A Majin. Oh, man. That's so cool. Oh, that's so fun. Oh, that's so weird, but it's awesome. Ah, Luffy, you're thinking outside the fucking box now, man. Oh, don't think I missed what happened in your fight with Loki. I'm not gonna let his death go to waste. Death. Luffy thinks he's dead. Luffy thinks he's fucking dead. Holy shit. Oh man, I'm still alive, jackass. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. As he coughs and wheezes out. He's seriously fucked up, Luffy. Loki is seriously hurt. Oh, he's still kicking Loki. Emu's like, you're looking away from Emu in the middle of a fight. Like, just the most unserious main character in some ways, man. I just love it. It's always lovable with Luffy. It's always endearing for me. Damn it all. Squeak, squeak. He's like Ragnar doing some chopper business, trying to perform uh, some kind of medical procedure. Get out of the way, Ragnar! Huh? Okay. Jimbei. Arabesque tile punch! What does he hit? Who is he doing battle with? I thought they already destroyed the eyes, so what is Jimbei attacking? Is it just... What the fuck? What is going on? Okay. Jimbei! Jimbei? So is... Does Luffy notice Jimbei? Okay, yeah, okay. Luffy screams at Luffy, just say the word and I'll protect him for you. Okay, cool. So not only is Loki on his ass, right? Not only is he like, damn it all, and he's like, get out of the way, Ragnar. I don't need your fucking help. He's also got Jimbei now being his protector. That's so good. Thanks. He's my buddy. I'll leave him to you, Jimbei. Who you calling buddy, freaking runt? Like, the most demeaned of all the giant kings, of all the ancient giants who can turn into a giant Nidhogg dragon. Loki is down on his ass for the moment and not loving it. I'm finding it hilarious. Alright, now that I can focus, I'll handle this guy. Like, he could just... He's gone and had a couple little... He's looked around a couple times now, Luffy, and he's... Like, how long can Emu stand not being looked at? Luffy! Luffy, he's fighting that guy from earlier. Is he gonna be okay? Who the hell is he up against? Oh, Usopp, if you knew who he was up against. Oh, Usopp, if you knew. He's clearly higher ranked than the Knights. Okay. But I thought only the 5 elders were above them. He could just be the head of the Gods Knights. That's gotta be it. That would be high enough and scary enough, but that is also true. Like, you're right, Usopp, but that's not quite how bad it is. The world government is always shrouded in mystery. Okay. Hey, Brooke, we've got to get back. Ah, Princess Shuri. What should we do? How do we deal with a frozen person? Well, there was that time Robin and Luffy were frozen. Wait, this happened to them too? Like, Gunko, thou hast yet to break the ice. Gummo. Okay, so Luffy's off screen getting ready to hit him. A man with an afro who refers to Gunko as Princess Shuri. It cannot be. Oh, you having a flashback. You having a flashback to that room where Princess Shuri stabbed someone in the face while you slammed the door and went, ugh, this intrusion. Okay. I mean, how long did you even see him? Gum gum sucker punching bullet. Bro, you tried to sucker punch him. You tried to hit him while he wasn't looking at him. One hand. One hand block. One hand block. Genie ain't that strong at the moment, but boy is he interesting. What is the... What on earth is happening? Like, this is... It's surreal. Didst thou not just boast about seeing what became of Loki and his gargantuan body? Okay. Alright. Okay. Emu, focus on one thing at a time. You're having flashbacks. Yeah, you're pissed off at Luffy, but you're calling him Joy Boy, and you're pissed off, and you're like, you're boasting about Loki now. You're talking about Loki now, but you're calling Loki Loki. You're not calling Loki any other name like Nidhogg or anything. Okay. Okay, so flames, they're like coughing up. They're like, ugh, because they're in the beard. They're in Luffy's beard, so of the genie. So they're like, Jesus. So again, he's using Stigma to home in and do another one of his ring attacks, and it rings out again. Ring. Stigma. Yet he's yet to land a hit on Luffy with Stigma, but it did some serious damage to Loki, right? So he's 0 for 3 when it comes to attacking Luffy with Stigma, or 2. I can't. Alright. He's flicking more of the attacks out. More of his little bomb guys. But Luffy's running on air. What is he doing? He makes off. He speeds off in the air, and the bombs turn as if like turning around a corner, like in a video game or a car chase or something. Why? What do they say? What's that noise about? They're catching Luffy. He's like, ah! Like, shh. Okay, what are you up to, Emu? What is this technique? Starts twirling the staff again. He's tossing up one of the flames, which, because of the floating eye sash behind him, transforms into a sword. Bro, he pulls a sword out of the void, and it has a crazy ass name or technique. The technique or the name of the sword, either or. Bro, look at it, and that's got some Black Blade energy, if anything does. Holy crap. Sword of the Wailing Void. What did that sword do in the Void Century? What's that about? But I'd love to see, I can't wait to see like Library or Hara or one of these other like breakdowns of the Wailing Void. Oh, leaves rustling from the trees. Oh, bro, did the tree just die? Did that just like deteriorate? Or did it blow all the leaves out of the tree? What just happened there? Oh my god. Kanji reads Void Emptiness Sword. The furigana is a homophone for Howling Wind Storm. Okay. Bro. Looks so cold. Okay, Emo looks on after doing one of the fucking scariest looking attacks. Luffy's running away as the forest wilts. So now he's making everything die with this sword. This sword is killing everything and draining everything. It's wilting anyway. The view is improving. It looks fine from here, Luffy says as he comes flying in. It is clear thou art not Joy Boy. Huh? Huh? Bro. The eyes there, man. Look at Imu's eyes. He looks so pissed off and so evil, man. Luffy coughs up some blood, some serious blood. The flame powers come flying in. They stick to Luffy. Oh, man, look at that. Joy Boy would never be this weak. Luffy impaled on the sword. Holy shit. The majestic power of the King of the World. Well, that's a fucking panel, man. That's a panel. Whoo. That's nuts. He is scolding Luffy, but like, I wonder what comes next. But that's, oh man. Whew. He's gone from kind of having a little bit of fun and running around and turning into genies and using all sorts of weird techniques to being skewered pretty quickly. The Sword of Wailing Void. Howling Windstorm. Void Sword. Oh, bro. So what did the flames do in that moment there? So it was Luffy. So he was flying in. Did he? What the fuck happened? So we can see Luffy's hands there, where he's going gah, because he's been stabbed through the chest. Which prompts the question. Is Luffy gonna get a new scar now? You know what I mean? Like, he's always had the X, but he's just been stabbed really, really badly. You know, it would be nuts if Oda was to actually do something like kill his main character. That's not going to happen. Or at least it's not going to happen in a vacuum. What were these little fire... Did Luffy get... So he destroyed all those trees so he could see Luffy. And then he moved to Luffy. So Luffy was flying around up in the sky, running around. And Imu made all the trees wilt with his evil void sword and got a good view of Luffy and then teleported straight up to him in the sky, meeting Luffy where he was. But why do we see a little shot here of the fireballs? Did he shoot them to slow Luffy down or help him track Luffy's body as he attacked him? Why, oh why, oh why do we see the little fireballs just before it hits Luffy? I don't get it. But that's fucking crazy, bro. And he's got like more of a cape situation there. He's got the popped collar, Imu, as he does that. Oh. It is clear thou art not Joy Boy. Of course he's not Joy Boy. That's what he's been saying the whole time. Joy Boy would never be this weak. They definitely had a very, very, very serious battle relationship sometime in the past, Joy Boy and Emu, right? Because, like, they definitely fought, right? Because he knows how strong Joy Boy is. I know that's, like, pretty obvious, but. Okay. What else did we learn here? So the crew was working out about Emu on their own. They're going, what the they're going, who the fuck is that? Like, they're going, who is that? And Brooks seen him. He saw him for just a second, or at least Emu has seen Brooke for just a second in that room as he slammed that door and was like, and got out of there when Shuri stabbed Brooke and left with Manmaya. Loki spends the whole chapter complaining. Okay. So before, is Emma trying to tell Luffy, like, didst thou not just boast about seeing what became of Loki in his gargantuan body? Is he, like, trying to tell Luffy there, like, weren't you talking about how much better you were than Loki, even though he was big Loki? So why is he... Man. It's brutal, but it's what we needed. We needed Nika to be brought to a screaming halt by Emu's level of power, because if we're going into the end game of One Piece, we can't have our main villain just getting punched in the face and being comical, right? We needed this to be some serious fighting. The question is, why has Oda elected to go with the old, we're going to throw one of the candidates for end boss of this series into the fight? Like, you know, we didn't get a proper, really drawn out fights with all of the Gorosei, which would, in the generic shonen way of doing this, would be like all the Gorosei fight off against each of the Straw Hats, or one of the Straw Hats each, or a couple of them each, and they take out the Gorosei, and then they take on Emu, or Luffy takes on Emu, or the crew helps to fight Emu together. But, like, Emu coming to fight Luffy is so different. It's so different, and it makes the pace of this thing feel so strange. But at the same time, he's also, like, getting these Joy Boy flashbacks. Why? What? My mind is scrambled by all of this and the time. But Joy Boy, right? He's the one who has, like, he fights with Luffy for a little bit, and then he gets a flashback to, I presume, how he first met Joy Boy. Because Joy Boy's all like, I'm Joy Boy, right? Sounds like it was a prank call or something. Hello? Hello, answer me, buzz buzz. Wailing void. Yeah, okay, so Emu seems to be reassuring himself that Joy Boy, and maybe even the idea of Joy Boy, is dead, when he says, yes, Joy Boy is already dead. But he's the one who's reminded of him by Luffy. Like, Luffy didn't go like, oh, I'm Joy Boy. I'm so great. I'm such a great Joy Boy. No, Luffy at no stage has done that at all. Luffy's like, I'm Luffy. I want to be king of the pirates. That's literally how the last chapter ended. Luffy did his Luffy thing and said, I want to be king of the pirates. And Im was standing there going, you're just shittest Joy Boy ever. And Luffy's like, I didn't say anything about Joy Boy. What the like, even earlier on in the chapter, Luffy's like, I don't it beats me. What does he say? Heck if I know. Like, So I love this. So Imu's having this conversation with Luffy that Luffy's not having. And Luffy's not having this conversation. They're having different conversations. Uh, it's kind of stupid in a way, like that for Emu to continuously be like, Joy Boy would never be this weak. You fake Joy Boy. It's like it's some Shadow the Hedgehog calling Sonic fake hedgehog shit. Like, it's very funny. He is traumatized by Joy Boy. Whatever Joy Boy did to Emu's sense of self or self esteem, right? The first time we got wind that Emu was like, I ain't got time for that. I really don't want to deal with Joy Boy. The first time we got wind of it was when Emmett did the haki rope, right? Because very, very far away in Marijois, in the Room of Flowers or whatever, Joy Boy Emu like doubled over and was like, "Oh, bro, that's the Joy Boy haki. Holy shit!" And now it's just obsessive, right? Like, there are theories going on, right, about how Emu is obsessed with Lily or Vivi, right, and having the Man-Mayers around or Gunko around, and the blue hair is part of some sort of obsession that Emu has as a connection to Lily and Vivi, and there's a whole thing there, right? But if he's got an obsession with anyone, it's Joy Boy. He's rattled by him. He screamed out loud a couple chapters. He was like, "Isn't that right, Joy Boy?" When Joy Boy didn't say anything. So it's like seriously rent free in Emu's mind. It's constant. Like, no one asked. Luffy didn't at all go like, "I'm Joy Boy." All he did was, it's kind of like just wearing the Joy Boy costume, the Nika costume, right, is enough to seriously rattle Emu, like offend him. It's like, what was it? If it's like being friends with like the real Spider-Man and then seeing and then getting your ass kicked by Spider-Man, and years later seeing some kid dressed as Spider-Man and beating up that kid. That's what this is. Like, I don't. There's no. There's this interesting impasse. There's this just big gap between what the main character's motivations are and what Emu's motivations are for having this fight. Just comes down out of nowhere and he's like, "I'm not gonna get my giant children kidnapped fast enough." Well, someone said something about the Nidhogg. Well, I'm there, and now he's screaming about Joy Boy, and he's mentally unwell. That's all I'm saying. As is obvious, but the majestic power of the King of the World has been shown to us all as Luffy's been skewered, turned into a sun god kebab, and I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know if a lot of the next chapter is going to be, oh fuck, it's a break week next week. Oh. I don't know if the next chapter is going to be a lot of the crew reacting and going, "Oh no, Luffy's been stabbed." I presume there's got to be some reaction. But is he out of the fight? Loki's out of the fight? Luffy's out of the fight? If the two of them are out of the fight, who stops these bad guys, from taking what they came to take and going, right? The giant parents, the original giants, fell trying to protect their children. What's going to happen if Luffy is genuinely out of this fight? Like, even if it's for a short amount of time. Howling windstorm. And What about what is it about the sword or the void that what's the power? How's it can is it take what's it take? What's it suck out of everything? Why is the tree just die immediately? It all wilts, right? Is it like a death power outright? Is it a darkness power? What how is it linked to making something age intensely quickly? Or like what is it that's rotting the tree away? Or is it just the idea that the void does that? These are all things I'm not quite clear on, but it's still a fucking crazy power. And Luffy is in a spot of serious trouble. And I don't know. I just don't know what to say next. Like, so on that, I'm gonna say it was nice to see a little bit of Joy Boy, but yeah, it looks like Emu sees Joy Boy every time he blinks. Nobody brought him up, but he started screaming about him again. We better get more flashback or more. I need some more clarity and less sort of vagueness around. I'm asking for too much at once. What we seem to have had is the first conversation between Joy Boy and Emu, and I'm interested to know how old they were, and whether it was like a prank call or whether or not someone was asking for help. Who was calling who and how they got through. Was it on a Den Den Mushi? What's the buzz? Anyway, awesome. Anyone who came along and watched, thanks very much. Again, I've got an album out. I go by Boo Lawson online. My new album is called Flora and Fauna. Please check it out. But yeah, insofar as One Piece stuff is concerned, Oda is a sneaky boy. I didn't anticipate that much of a smackdown coming. It feels very much like Kaido when he first took Luffy out with the Thunder Bagua. I'm loving it. Emu didn't need to be comically weak. I needed to see how fast and strong he was and how many weird techniques he has. So I'm loving it. Everybody, thanks for coming along. Please like, subscribe. As always,